Welcome to the NASCAR 400, the NASCAR Christmas 400 in 1990. This would have been the last time they would have ever went to Australia for a race. And sorry that the video had to pop up there. That was weird. But yeah, this would have been the last time they would have ever went to Australia. So I wanted to replicate the event, even though it wouldn't have been at night. It would have actually been a day race. But I can't really... There's not a version of this track that is a day variant, so I decided just to use what we have, you know? And hopefully it's not too laggy on the actual video, because I put it to 1080p, not HD like I've tried to record with this monitor. And I know this graphics card can only go a certain amount, so hopefully doing it this way in 1080 is good, because this is a 1080 graphics card. But I know for sure whenever I get my new one, it'll help a lot. Still gonna be a 1080 graphics card, but it still would help a lot of issues that I have with OBS. Especially with other games that I have that I wanted to do. Just been haven't had the time to do them. Like I want to do some other like extra games. I need some games to do because I've done a lot of Legend of Zelda stuff, and I mostly do the 3D games. That's why I don't really care about the 2Ds that much. But also I kind of want to get into the Borderlands franchise. But I just those games are a lot to do for me. Like I love the games. I can't finish them. It's just there's something about it that I'd rather not finish the game for some reason. I never had that experience in my life where I'd rather not finish the game than actually finishing it. I might try to do redo, because I know I did do COD campaigns before, but I'm going to try to redo them. Make them a video. Jesus Christ. So this is a 66 lap race. I mean, the real life race was a 112 lap race, and this is, I think, 30%. Because it was 280. Oh, this race was supposed to be 220 laps. 220 laps, but it got rained out at 112. And then Terry Labonte, I believe, won the race. Now, there's barely any actual Australian drivers that would race this race. But it was a NASCAR sanctioned race. So, I mean, I'd rather have guys and no, like, representation at all. Because I know Dick Johnson, I believe, is in this set, so you at least got one guy that's pretty close. I mean, obviously, Terry Labonte being that 94 car who actually won the race. It's another one that actually works with this set. Now, this racetrack and this race in general just feels like I have to have a lot of patience. Because we only went 7 laps in, and I'm not even close to being in the top 20 yet. And that's partly due to us trying to... and of course Petty had to turn us all the way around. That's partly why. Okay, I'm gonna look. Okay, it's not that bad. It's not as bad as I thought it was. Still gonna have to pit though. But yeah, I don't know what other game franchises I want to get back into. I know I'm probably gonna do COD at some point. I gotta do a Battlefield 5 video before Battlefield 6 releases. I know NASCAR 25, whenever we get that game, I'm gonna be doing that. This is one thing that I want to do, but I don't know if you guys would be up for it. Maybe if I can find something to somehow record me building a Lego set of the F1 car, maybe you guys would enjoy that. I don't know. I know whenever me and my friends go hiking, whenever that happens, I will take a video of that just for fun. I got caught off guard. Apparently they're going green right now. So that just absolutely screwed me. I didn't realize that the cautions are super short here. It's good for me somewhat, but at the same time I gotta learn the car before I start actually driving it. I mean, with this clean air in front of me, since I did get a bad start, it would help me a little bit. Because you do have to brake a pretty good bit. It's not like a like Charlotte where you kind of just lift off the throttle. There's more quad oval than there is actual cornage in like radius in the corners. So you actually have to brake a good bit in the corners. And you can't even really go quite flat out until you actually exit the corner in these tracks either. Or in this track. And for some reason, the reverse side of this track, or reverse version for the NASCAR series, it's weird. They didn't really reuse it. They did some weird change to the banking to make them look weird, or at least that's what I remember of the track. Because I've had it once and I kind of just like, nah, I don't need this. I'm going to pause something real quick just before this. I want to make sure I don't wreck anybody. Come on, pop back up. Thank you. Oh, somebody's blowing up. Oh, who's that? Greg Sachs is blowing up. I knew it wasn't Cold Trickle because I took those Days of Thunder cars out of the actual set because I wanted to make this as realistic as possible. So Greg Sachs is out of the race, blown up. Of course, another incident for Trippetti, and that didn't even cause a caution. Yeah, I accidentally ran the back of him, but at the same time, another incident with Richard Petty. I mean, at this point, he was kind of more of a. I know it's kind of harsh to say this about the King, but it was more, at this point, more of a hazard for him to be on the racetrack, because he was pretty far out of his league at that point in time. Like, after, like, I say his wreck at Daytona, I think that was pretty much the ending point for his career. Like, there was, after that wreck, there was, like, no chance of it coming back and him winning another race. I think once you get to that mark anyways of, like, 200 wins, I don't think you were gonna win another race. It's just, like, fate has it, because you'd always get that number, but it seemed like after you got that number, it cuts off after that. It's kind of like my subscriber count, I know. As long as we have a pretty wheel here, we should be pretty decent the rest of the way here. And it's pretty single file there on the inside, so that I get some high line room, so they check up I get a good run. I got the real life winner right in front of me, kind of slow there on the outside. I'm gonna go make a 3, way outside. Oh man, we saved it, but we almost wrecked everybody there. I think it was a little bit of a risk, but luckily we didn't get too bad of damage from it. And I was going to clip the back end of the car to the wall, maybe save it, but we kind of had to just force it into the wall rather than wreck everybody next to me. .45 to go. There's a leader past the line. Get underneath Jimmy Means.
Still there. Clear outside.
got Alan Kowicki in front of us with Jeffrey Bodine, Dave Marcus.
Car intact.
There we go. Get around. Now we kind of have to stay behind these guys a little bit. Kind of have to hold it up. Why it's turn one once again, but we get it going again. God, turn one's been the worst part of this race so far. Turn 3 has never been a problem in this race so far, until the car started sliding there. .42 to go. Oh, we hit the wall. Should have let up a little bit more. It's fine. Started driving like it was a Charlotte racetrack there, but that's not the case. It's more like a Darlington type thing where it's really one groove, and if you get too high or too over the limit, you just go straight towards the wall. To go, and that was a very anxious moment going on in turn 1, knowing how loose this car can get in turn 1. Get around the 21 car. Nice run out the outside. Got little tram cars here. Get around the outside, maybe. Who would this been? Hut Strickland. That's one car kind of holding up everybody. I think he's really holding up everybody now. I think he just blew up or something in the mirror there. Getting inside of the 55 car, Phil Parsons. Or not, it's not Phil Parsons, it's Rick Mass. I was thinking about a different Skull Bandit car. Got this 98 car, I believe. And they got Dick Trickle in front of us. We got the 41 car. I don't know who this is. Larry Pearson. They got Chad Little in the 19. So we're gonna get to 14th now since we passed the 41 car. This will be 13th in front of us. Let me stop again because this is so annoying. There we go. Get to the inside, come up to turn 3. Oh, this is gonna be tight off turn 4. I dove it in and it stuck. Come on, pull. Cleared. Don't do any abrupt movements, go into one, get loose. I don't know why I do that down the straightaways. I kind of like lean down to the bottom for some reason. It's like self-consciously happening. I felt like get loose there, that's why you kind of saw me saw the wheel for a second. Rusty Wallace in front of us, getting held up by some lap cars. Let's see if I can get at the bottom of Brett Bodine for the corner. Oh, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Oh, I can see the leader now. We've gone to that point behind Mark Martin with 31 to go in 11th. I'll take 10th away from Mark Martin as we get around the outside. Oh, got a little loose, so I got sideways a little bit. Had to drift the corner a little bit there. Kind of just have to wait patiently behind Dale Sr. in front of us. Sorry. Davies right there, and then you got, who is this? I can't remember who is in this 8 car. I know there's probably some duplicate names, but I don't think it's Hutch Strickland. Nor Dick Trickle, but could obviously be either of them. Oh, I went a little too deep, almost right, because it was Bobby Hillin Jr. I knew it was something. I knew it wasn't them. I knew it wasn't a duplicate. I just had to figure out who it was. I overshot the corner trying to think. Six plays. I got a lap car plus the 5 cars I need to pass to get to first. Oh, there's a caution. Were we pitting that lap? Is that why everybody was pitting there? I don't know, but I got to, I believe, 5th now? 4th? Is that what he said, 4th? Oh, I am 4th. Morgan Shepherd in the 15 car was the leader. Then you got Derek Cope in the 10, Bill Elliott in the 9. I'm in the 02 car, if you haven't noticed. And then 3 car Dale Sr. Obviously. Let's figure out what caused that caution, because I don't know what would have caused it besides the car stopped. So this is what happened. Davey Allison is having some type of issue, slows down. Mark Martin's can kind of screw down. The Larry Pearson machine hits him in the rear, spins him around, then Dick Trickle gets involved, and then a whole pack of cars go into the crash. Oh, and there's more. Keep watching. I believe there's one more hit right there, and then I think that was the end of the actual crash. That 72 car, Tracy Leslie, got really close, so causing another big hellacious impact. But it looks like Larry Pearson is most likely out of the race with that type of damage there. Oh, and they're still wrecking. What are you guys doing? Alright, coming back to green this time. It won't fool me because I actually paid attention to the caution lights this time. We're behind in the 98 car, which is Bob Miller? Buck Miller? Butch Miller? Brett Bodine, Bobby Hillen Jr. and Kyle Petty as Davey Allison finally gets up here for his actual line, which is the inside line of the lap cars. Luckily to know that that last caution wasn't caused by me, it was actually just a freak deal, as Davey Allison's car was able to get repaired, so he's still going. As Richard Petty's car is very slow. So we get around those lap cars. Maybe try to make a run. Nope, got a little loose off the floor and almost wrecked. Trying to get around Butch Miller. We also came down pit lane. I believe that would have been our last stop. I believe we won't have to go. Yeah, we won't have to pit ever again in this race. We also repaired a little bit of damage, just to help out aero-wise and just car-wise in general. Which probably was helping us just a little bit. We haven't really adjusted the car because it's just the balance is just right for us, and if anything, a little too loose sometimes. To go. Get a good run off turn 4, trying to get to the inside of Rusty. There we go. That'll be 6th. Now we gotta work on Dale in front of us. Get a good run around the outside. Behind Irvy Irvin. Or I believe it's Irvy Irvin right now. We got around just barely, and we're actually making some great time around the outside just to get up to the leader of Bill Elliott, I believe, in the 11 car. I think the 9 car is actually Chad Little. Oh, this is Jeffrey Bodine. Well, okay, so that means there's 2 Jeffrey Bodines. Got a 5 car and an 11 car. Unless there's just another Bodine that I'm just not remembering, I guess. Or I'm just not remembering the drivers correctly at all. So we get around for the lead pretty easily on that last pit stop, partly because we're not overshooting ourselves with 15 to go here. To go. I wonder when we're gonna get to the lap cars. So our car is very fast. Just earlier in traffic, just a lot more trouble handling wise than me by myself here. So every time I was by myself, the car seemed pretty okay, but once I was in traffic, it kind of just took away from me. I would expect it to be a little bit more tighter in the actual pack, but it became looser, and this kind is like around the edge of looseness that I'm fine with, where it feels free enough to where it's not super tight and feels like the car is gonna go straight towards the wall. Just whenever if I mess up throttle wise or brake wise, and that's when it goes awry.
Keep digging.
About the 10 to go.
We've got just 10 more to go. That car flat down.
Oh man. Yeah, inside Tracy Leslie. Around the outside of Richard Petty. And oh, Ricky Rudd! How could I forgot who was in that car? I think it's because I'm not used to him being the Levi Garrett's Chevrolet. I'm used to him being that Ty Chevrolet. And then Terry Labonte, that's Sterling Marlin, but I think in the race it was actually Terry Labonte in that 94 car. So some weird trickery going on. I know, obviously, we all know who J.D. McDuffie is in that 70 car. We all know who Ken Schrader is in the 25. Dale Jarrett's kind of one of those ones where it's, you don't really know that notice that he actually raced before. Before the 18 car, but he indeed did race before the 18 car became a actual like Joe Gibbs, like full force Joe Gibbs car. You got Mickey Gibbs and a Buck Baker in the 90 car for Judy Donlevy. How could I forget that Ricky Rowe was in the 5 car for Hendrick? The thing is, again, I think it's just because I'm used to him in the Tide car, not in that Levi Garrett Chevrolet. I think that's partly the reason why I kind of blanked out on that. I also don't think some kart drivers were changed, and maybe Terry Labonte did go into 94 before the 92 or 91 season. I can't remember exactly, because this race did happen on like the week or two before Christmas, so right out, pretty much a month after the season was concluded for 1990. So who knows? Maybe he did switch teams. I'm pretty sure he did, because I know he was in the 94 car at some point. Terry Labonte was.
Keep high. Clear inside.
4 to go, coming up to 3 to go. Third to go this time by.
Car flat down.
Ooh, Got a little loose off the forward there, starting to get a little wrappy roundy on the back end. I just made that terminology all by myself. 2 to go. Well, actually, maybe somebody has had that terminology before, like me. And this is Urban, I believe. Then no, that's Rick Mass. So, and then the one car is Terry Labonte. Okay, I'm remembering now, somewhat. AJ Foyt's obviously in the 14 car. Somebody's pitting. I think it's Marcus. Got a little loose again. Turn 4 has been pretty loose. These guys almost wrecked in front of us. Derek Copeland almost turned AJ Foyt right in front of us. We're gonna just give them some room here. Just let them figure it out by themselves. Maybe a little bit of a 3 wide-ish move there. There we go. Wasn't gonna be too big of a deal even if I did get turned in the wall a little bit. Around the outside with cars pitting. Who didn't pit on their last caution? We're gonna win the NASCAR Christmas 400 here at Calder Park, the Thunderdome, the Goodyear Thunderdome, for 1990. And this number is 02 car, the Arco car. Not a easy win. One of those ones that kind of just came to me at the end after having some rough travels throughout the race. Pretty much a race where I had to kind of fight for it because I didn't know how the car actually was going to feel throughout the whole race. And when I started feeling it get loose in some corners, like in turn 1 here, and so at the end there, off of turn 4 a couple times where I thought I was going to spin, got a little crazy. Dale Sr. got second. Jeffrey Bodine got third. Bill Elliott got 4th. Rusty Wallace 5th. Urban got 6th. Bob Hillen Jr. got 7th. Harry Gant got 8th. Mark Martin 9th. Chad Little in 10th. As they're all going to be called retired, even though they already finished the race, it doesn't matter. I don't think there's a victory lane. It doesn't look like it, so we're just gonna pull it into the garage, and that'll be it for the video. And we'll see you guys, and hopefully some more videos from this era, since the 50s era is kind of getting just a little overdone for me. But it's not something that I'm like done. It's just I haven't found any real races I've been wanting to do.